I'm Roland Osborne in Huntington Beach, California. Today we're going to be doing bow staff training. Now the bow staff is a weapon of distance. It's also a power weapon. So what's important here is that we want to slide the hands up and down the bow to gain different leverage so we get more power in our strikes. Making it a power weapon means that we want to make our stances nice and low and nice and strong. And I really recommend wearing a hakama. A hakama is a skirt that was worn by the samurai. What this does is make your legs a little bit wider, make your base a little bit stronger, and it'll make your form look a little bit better. The very first strike that we're going to work on today is what we call the overhead strike. Now this is one of the staples of the bow staff. What we're going to do from this position is I'm going to take my bow, I'm going to press straight down, pulling my hand into my hip and turning my wrist over in this type of motion. What's important here is the ending position is I want the bow staff in the center of my head, just right above my head. Also notice my wrist here is always turned over. This way if I was to hit an opponent, my hand was here, the only thing gripping are my fingers. So I want to turn that palm over, pushing with the palm of the hand down. So the strike in the beginning stages is best to practice in your belt, practice bringing your bow staff to your ear and striking and locking. Once from that position we understand that, now we go with our hand on the bow. It's going to slide down the bow, push with this hand, and pull this hand in the hip. That's where I'll get my nice snap and lock type motion. So I do the strike here, it's going to lock, bow pointing straight ahead, hand on the hip, and the wrist turned over. Alright? Try it a few times with me. From this position, take your right leg step forward, point your left hand at your opponent, pull your right hand to your ear, slide your hand down, push and pull. Again, from this position, we point the bow, we pull the left hand to our hip, getting that reciprocal motion, pushing the right hand, and locking the bow strike. 2 more times. Point the bow, step forward, pull and strike. Good. Last one. Ready? Point the bow, step forward, pull and strike. The goal here is to make that move really fast and to lock it at that last point. Back nice and straight, shoulder square. A big mistake that a lot of people make is when they do the hit, they'll bend forward. They're getting so much momentum, so much power, they'll drive and bring their body. We want to keep our upper body up when we're doing our bow strikes and then lock that strike out. Alright? Let's go to the next technique. Alright, in technique number 2, we're going to go to our side strike. Now the side strike's coming in straight under the arm here and locking underneath the armpit. When we do it, we want to keep our body, keep the bow line level sideways, and keep our body locked in with the bow staff. Alright? So let's do the strike together. I'm going to put on my right arm here. We're going to do our side strike. We're going to pull with the left hand, strike to the side. We're going to lift over our head like we're blocking, bring it back to the other side, and lock under the arm. Okay, let's try it again. Ready? Left side forward, we bring it back to the right arm. Ready? Side strike 1, side strike 2. Then we return. Ready? Side strike 1, side strike 2. The goal here to make the strike look really sharp is to keep it sideways and not make it a looping down motion like this. I want the strike to hit to the side of the body here, as you can notice that. Now, one way I like to practice this is do it on both sides. So I'll start here, I go left, right, and then I return and I'll go right, left. This way you get both strikes over your head. So let's try that together. We go side strike 1, over the head, side strike 2. Return to center, right side we look, side strike 1, side strike 2. Alright? That is your side strike, strike number 2. In technique number 3, we're going to do 4 hits to our opponent. The first strike is going to go to the groin, the second strike is going to go to the head, the third strike is going to go to the side, and the other strike is going to go right to the side. So from this motion, I go 1, 2, 3, 4. The key is to lock every strike. Remember, this is a power weapon. So we're going to use our speed, but at the same time to show the power. When I go fast, every move has to stop. Alright, so follow me. We'll go to a front stance here. We go with the strike 1 to the groin. We go to the head strike 2, side strike 3, and side strike 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Follow me 2 more times. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice how it locks. Even when I go fast, it's going to lock every single time. And that's what's going to make your bow staff look really sharp for competitions or demonstrations. One last time. From this position here, it's locked under my arm. Strike 1, 2, 3, 4, and back to position. That is strike number 3. Technique number 4, we're going to do what we call the figure 8 spin. And this is most beginning students' favorite spin. From this position, what I do is my left hand's on top, my right hand's on the bottom. The easiest way to do this strike is to think like you're in a boat. You're going to push the water 1, 2, 3, and every time you're going to kind of scoop. 1, 2, 1, 2 on each side. 1, 2, 1, 2. So it kind of has that scooping type motion as if you were in a kayak and you were scooping the water. 1, 2, 1, 2 to get your body going forward. What this does, it creates a force field in front of you that they would use to deflect against a samurai sword or other weapons. Alright? So what I want you to do is take your left hand, put it on top, right hand on the bottom. From this position, side of your hip, okay? We're going to bring it over. 1, 2, 1, 2, and back. Obviously, this motion here, we're going to increase our speed, and increase our speed, and increase our speed. Your goal is to get the motion as fast as possible. Now, to get it faster, what you have to do is loosen up your wrists. If your arms are really tight, you're going to get this type of motion here. We have to make sure our hands are loose. One hand opens, one hand closes at the same time. This way, my wrists are nice and loose, and I can start to spin faster and faster to get that motion. All right? So technique number 4 is the figure 8 spin. Technique number 5 is a combination of strikes. I'm going to start with the left side strike, then I'm going to lift the bow over my head, go for a sweep to the legs, pull the bow back, point at my opponent, and do an overhead strike. So now we're putting a combination together of the strikes that we learned earlier. So from this position, I go left side strike, I lift the bow up, right hit, sweep to the legs, pull the bow back, point it, slide my hands down, and strike with my overhead strike. Alright, follow me. From this position, we go left strike 1, over the head, right hand's going to push through, sweep, pull back, and strike. Let's do it one more time. Ready? Strike 1, bring around the head, sweep 2, pull back, overhead strike, and lock. When you do it fast, it'll go like this. 1, 2, 3. Watch one more time. I step, and lock that last strike. Putting that combination together.